Good greetings everybody, I'm Rusty Dog and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Well, today we have some cool new stuff, I think, in Simbrief. Simbrief, which is what I'm using to plan my flights, has now got some new features, performance features, more specifically relating to takeoff and landing calculations. Now this is something that the Fenix Airbus already has on board its tablet. The Boeing 737, I don't remember, I don't think it's got quite that. But this way we can use Simbrief to do the takeoff and performance calculations instead of using the tablet, maybe, or as well as maybe they'll tally up, who knows. But we're going to take a look specifically at Simbrief today and have a look at how it works. I don't pretend to know all about it, but I can understand it. And if you would like a more detailed explanation, then there is a video you can watch, which I will at the end of the stream put in my video description, and that will be A330 driver. He's just done a video on that today, I believe. So if you go check out A330 driver, there's a video from him called Simbrief Takeoff and Landing Performance Calculator, and he'll give you a much more detailed description of it than I could. But we're going to take a look at it today, and we're going to go through it and see what it's all about. So we're here in the Fenix A320 and we're at Munich, and the sun's going down. The intention is to fly to Gatwick. So we're going to take a look at Simbrief and the new tool, and we're going to use that. I'm going to try and use that today for the takeoff and the landing. At least that's the intention. I haven't used it before. It's new, so we'll check it out. But it looks like it's a really cool thing. It is free. Simbrief's free anyway, and we keep getting people coming in and then leaving, so I don't know quite what they're expecting. It's not Elite Dangerous. It doesn't say that in the title, but yeah. Pop in, go away. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But anyway, there you go. Okay, so I'll do this one solo for now, and we'll see how far it goes before anything changes. So let's go to the top. I won't get, actually no, let's not get the plane started, because if I do, I'm gonna have to put up with the noise of the vents and everything. So let's just get straight onto Simbrief. So here's the flight plan for today. You can see going from Munich here to Gatwick, it's going to be around, where does it say it? 1 hour 33 flight time. But we now have performance and tools. This is a new thing. So we can go into here now, and we have takeoff performance and we have landing performance. And also, if you want to have a quick look at a route between two airports, let's put in the route we're doing today. London Gatwick EJKK. Aircraft is a jet. We'll do a search, and it'll just show you all these different routes that we can do, that they're valid, and you can also validate them here using Eurocontrol's IFPS validator. Then you can view the route on SkyVector as well. So if we click there, go to SkyVector, it'll show the route, which is kind of nice, kind of cool. And you've also got the map that you would normally see on here, the Navigraph kind of looking thing. But what we want to be focusing on today is the takeoff performance. So if we populate from last flight, I'm assuming that's going to be this one, there it is. And we can populate the weather. Mr. Von Doodle, welcome, sir. Nice to see somebody show up. Yeah, I know, nobody's interested in my channel anymore. So, yeah, it is what it is. What can you do? Let me just change this. Yeah, I might I might take the channel in a different direction actually. Getting a little bit disheartened with the whole thing, but there you go. I'm going to just carry on with this one. So, yeah, so this is our takeoff performance. So we've got the flight from Simbrief here, and it's got the takeoff weight and the current wind and the temperature and the whole thing. And the surface condition, it's actually put that down as wet, but it isn't. So I'm going to change that to dry. If we populate the weather, I wonder why it's saying that then. Let me go back to my, oops, I shouldn't have pressed edit, I should have pressed view. Let's go to view flight plan. Departure airport, it shows it here, right? Yeah, there's the meta. It is, it's got rain. Well, it might have rain, but it's not showing that on the sim. There's no rain here. Okay, fine. Right, let's go back here then. This is weird. Let's populate it again. So yeah, so this is our Munich. This is runway 26 left. Let's put the length in meters. And shortening the length is not something I'm going to go into right now. I know what it's for, but I'm not going to go into it. Again, the video I referred to, I'll put it in the video description. He will go into a bit more detail on that one. Flap setting, optimum, yeah, but I'm going to specify 2. Now, toga or flex, well, if this says enabled, it's going to be flex. If it's disabled, it's going to assume toga. The bleed setting is your packs. I'm going to have those on, so I guess auto. Anti-ace setting is going to be off, I believe. Yeah. And that's it. Improved climb calculations. We're going to put in that will increase your runway speed before you take off. We'll take a look. So if we hit calculate now, we've got 2 outputs. We've got formatted and raw output. And in the formatted, it looks like this. It's quite neat, quite easy to read. And we've got the flex to temp now, which is really cool to have. And then if we come down here, we've got the runway, we've got the wind, and then we've got our V1, V2, VR. Sorry, read that out in the wrong order. V1, VR, V2. And you can see where things are ending here. Not a lot of space here. This is where we're going to rotate. Now, if we were to remove the improved climb calculations and recalculate, that makes things a bit more comfortable, isn't it? But look at the difference in the speeds here. Okay, so you've got the rotate speed here, let's say, is 132, but with the improved climb, because obviously the more speed you're taking off when you pull up, the better climb you're going to get, right? But obviously that means you're going to need a little bit more runway. I like how it's got also the course, the heading of the runway there. That's cool. And this is the latest point that you can reject the takeoff at V1. And if you decide to reject the takeoff and apply the brakes, this is where you're going to stop. It gives you a margin of 25 meters before the end. That's not a lot. Yeah, I wonder if I change the surface condition to dry, which I do believe it is anyway. Ah, look how much quicker the plane's going to stop. So yeah, I don't know. And then maybe these are the VR speeds I would put into the V speeds I would put into the computer. Now this is landing distance. What's the A? Assumed. Oh, got now. Takeoff distance. Bear with me, guys, because that A is gonna available. There you go. So yeah, landing distance available, takeoff distance available, and then you've got this one, which is It's coming to me. It's coming to me, Asda. I know it's a supermarket. Stopping distance, right? Something, is it stopping distance? No, it can't be. Oh, Google doesn't work. I actually just typed something into Google and it just did nothing. Accelerate stop distance available. Yeah, so accelerate. I didn't know the accelerate bit, but yeah, stop distance available. That's fine, Bondoodle. Don't worry about that. Yeah, so it does this, and it also has the landing performance as well. If we hide this and go to landing performance, it does the same thing. We can populate from the last flight. This is coming into Gatwick, and whether we're having reversers on, whatever brake settings, what flap settings we're going to be using to come in with. I might choose flaps 3 because you can do that with the Airbus. Some of these options might look a little bit different if you choose the PMDG 737. And if we calculate that, then you've got your landing distances. Of course, if you go flap full, then you've got those. Now, what you can do as well is calculate a way where if you look at Navigraph and you want to take a certain exit off the runway, let's call this exit Delta 1, for example. You want to take Delta 1. You might want to work out your brakes and flap settings so you can stop the plane or get it slowed down so you can take that exit. See what I mean? And there's two methods here, in-flight and dispatch method. I'm not quite sure what the difference is, but I think we would be using that one anyway. Factored distance and actual. Actual distance and factored. Jesus, I can't talk today. Or any other day for that matter. Good evening, Andy. Welcome, sir. Nice to join. Nice of you to join. See, I can't talk. But yeah, we've got the gradient, we've got the runway length. We're in feet for some reason. I guess I want to change that to meters. And yeah. So this is on my brakes. And then of course you've got reverser, whether you're going to use the reversers or not. And VREF additive, which is a factor that they put in for planes to add is this like a percentage onto your VREF? And there's a way of calculating that as well, which I've actually forgotten. I did watch the video today, but the guy on the video, I will link the video at the end, but he calculated something, came to 11, he halved it, 5.5, couldn't get to 5.5, so chose to put 6 in here. But it's all on the video. So yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about these details because we're still going to be able to take off and land. But this is really cool that they have these features now. Yeah, maybe we can make use of it. Now this is a takeoff one. Again, it says rain, but if we go and look here, I think we can all see that it is. Oh, what's going on here? It's definitely not wet. Oh, I see. These are not wet runways here. Well, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell the performance calculator that it's dry because that's what I believe it to be, regardless of what it likes to think. So if I nip back here to the thing, and we're going to go with dry. Again, we don't want this. We want hectopascals in Europe. So go. So now that I've got dry conditions, and if I put the improved climb calculations in there, Okay, so the margin is 272 meters. If I need to emergency stop. This is my rotate at 160 knots. So yeah, I'll be gathering up a lot of... Should we try that? Improve climb? It depends on the flight plan though, right? I mean, I don't know. Does it? Like, if you're going to take off and then immediately do a turn, like a U-turn or something, would you want to be... maybe you would. I don't know. Hey, Angry! Yeah, I've got Beyond ATC loaded up here. Just got it loaded up. You've been training ATC with... Okay. So when you're using... Is that a paid version of ChatGPT then? To have the voice? So... Anyway, so yeah, this is really cool that we have this now on here. Because while the Airbus tablet does have these features already... it doesn't have the improved climb calculations, I don't think. I don't think the Boeing 737 has that. And certainly if you're using other jet aircraft that don't have this feature, then, well, now you've got it. It's part of Simbrief now. So, yeah, we go back to the flight. But actually, if I go back here now, will it remember? Yeah. Oh, and the other thing, of course, is... the raw output, which is, it's kind of all this information here, but it's just put here, which is kind of cool. So this is the runway elevation of Munich, and then there's on the landing calculation you've got the elevation of the runway as well, which is kind of nice. Something else don't have to look up in Navigraph. Yeah, you've got everything here. You can copy it if you wish to the clipboard for reasons. Speeds increased to improve climb limb. Yeah, so cool. I don't know whether to go with this. It's like we're going to be rotating right at the end of the runway. Is that a good thing? I don't know if this is good. Oh, you're creating images. Oh, I use stable diffusion and stuff for that. Anyway, let's maybe do it without the improved climb, because that just gives me a little bit more buffer. All right, so we're going to use these figures. I'll keep these here on my one of my monitors here so I can see, and then when we come to do that, we'll use these figures instead of this in the Fenix Airbus, instead of this, which is essentially the same thing, right? You just put in all your stuff and it works out your V1, V2 VR. I wonder how different it's going to be from the Simbrief one, but I'm not going to use this today. I'm going to forget this and use Simbrief. The only thing is that what you don't have is the throttle reduction and engine out things. So maybe we could use it for that anyway. We need to get the Simbrief plan loaded in. But maybe we can load this in on here and just put these throttle reduction things in anyway, and then just use the VR performances from Simbrief. We're still going to be able to take off, but I'd be interested to see how different the numbers are. And of course, it does also have the arrival performances, just like Simbrief now has. But yeah, to be honest, I'd probably stick with using these on the Airbus. But given the fact that I don't think the Boeing 737, the PMDGs, have these performance tools on them, definitely Simbrief's going to come in really handy on that one. So let's get the flight plan loaded up. We're already 9 minutes over. Well, that's normal on a live stream. That's because I've been chit-chatting. It's still saying rain here, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it. And we do have live weather on. And if I turn it off, And we go with something nice and pretty, and then turn it back on again. What does Flight Sim think? Flight Sim's saying rain as well. It's the same one, but there's no drops on the windscreen. There's no wetness look on the ground, nothing. Anyway, we're probably going to get one of those landing at night kind of deals. Did I turn these on already? Are they both on? I can't tell. I think so. I think this one's been on all the time and it's lost some voltage. Let's get the power on. I think this lost a little bit of... It's because it's lower than this one. I think I might have switched that on and then just forgot to switch it off again. That'll be me. That'll be me. I do those things. Alright, let's nav up then. So 1, 2 and 3 there. And cruise supply, control on. Then to do the rest from this camera. What the hell lights have we got on? No. I think I pressed that button earlier. That's probably why. Is it me or is it just that? Ah, no, it is showing it. Okay, sorry. Right, so let's arm that. Get that on. I think that's already on. Nope. All right. Yeah, so they're aligning. That's good. I'm looking at this and I'm looking for buttons that's only on the 737. Whenever I'm in one plane, I'm looking for stuff on the other. It's crazy. But yeah, it's how stuff works, right? So I'm just going to turn some of these down just a little. Come on. Oh, I've got a no entry sign here. It's not letting me turn. What's going on? This has been happening a few times where the mouse is just not wanting to. Thank you. Or the symbol, the mouse pointer symbol, is just not showing the correct one. It's showing things as being like inhibited. But anyway, right. So I think the ATIS frequency we want is 123.130. So we're going to tune in for that.
Six left. Transition level 050. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Quebec. Munich Airport information Quebec. 1754 Zulu.
Quebec.
Wind 255 at 14, gusts 24 light rain. Few clouds at 4,400. Temperature 16.
She's going to have to say that again because I repeated. I interrupted.
Rain. Landing and departing runways 26 right, 26 left. Transition level 050. Read back all hold short instructions.
There is rain.
Advise on initial contact you have information Quebec. Munich Airport information Quebec. 1754 Zulu. Wind 255 at 14, gusts 24 light rain. Few clouds at 4,400. Temperature 16. Dew point 12. QNH101 Rain. Landing and departing runways 26 right, 26 left. Transition level 050. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Quebec. Munich Airport information
Okay, so
Quebec. One
right, so I get that. Okay, so the transition level is 5,000 feet. She's given us the QNH, she's given us the wind, and she's given us the temperatures and the fact that it's raining. Now, advise that you have information Quebec. So this is the thing. When do I do that? At what point do I say this is Airbus 2627 with information Quebec? Who do I say that to? Is that when I make my initial contact with Munich ground? Is that just to let them know that I've received the ATIS thing? I'll try it and we'll see if it understands or wants to understand. So she said that the temperature was 16 and 12, and it is. QNH 1013, yep. Rain, yep, that thing. Transition altitude 5,000 feet, awesome that she told me that. And winds at, she said 255 at 14. That's slightly different to here. Maybe there's a refresh here. Yeah, 255. Ah, look, here it's a no rain. The air pressure is still fine. The QNH is still the same, but the wind has changed now and the temperature's dropping a little bit. But yeah, rain, it's not there, which when you talk to departure, you tell them you have to departure. So hi Lenny. So at what point, so when you talk to departure, is it when, before I get pushback, that I say with information Quebec, or when I'm at the holding point on the before I get onto the runway, or is it the first thing I say when Beyond ATC passes me over to departure, contact, when they say contact Munich departure on blah blah blah? That's the first thing I say. Is that what it is? Because then I'm fine. If it's just that, then I'm fine. When did this get put in? I didn't put that in. Okay, right, let's get into here then. I don't need to do any configures, I don't believe. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna mess it up, so yeah, get ready for that. I will, I always do. Alright, so let's do an init request. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so my flight number, we are flying Lufthansa, but it's actually called 5-star Hansa. Look at this livery, man. How cool is that? Yes. 5-star, of course. So let's gonna. What did I put my thing down as? I don't know what I put down here. I think okay, I'm gonna guess that I wrote LUF. It's not gonna make any freaking difference at all. But 2627 it will be for sure, because I always use that. Did I put the L in there? It doesn't look like it, does it? L. Which is my camera for this? 3? 3? Oh, you should see the interior of this. Check this out. Look, we've got nice little Lufthansa safety guides on all the seats, and Lufthansa seat covers, everything. Really cool, really nice. I've got a camera for the thing. Let me just see if I can figure it out, because my cameras are different on every freaking plane. Yeah, well, that is my MCDU camera, but I'm going to change it. I want one where it's kind of right over it like this. So let's have, oh frickin' hell. I think it was 9. Yeah, I think it was 9. So if I go back here and do 9, yeah, that's better. Okay, so anyway, back to business. 2627, and the cost index, I believe. Oh, we have the GPS up. Nice. And the cost index, I believe, is 10. I have to go back to my flight. Cost index 10. It does say on my tablet, on the Airbus tablet here, but I'm not bothered to look. And we are cruising today at 34,000 PTOLers. There we go. Okay, and the wind forecast for the climb. Let's get that in. Beautiful. All right. Right, so that's everything in there. So to the flight plan then. And we have a little discontinuity there, but that's kind of normalish. So Munich, departing from 26 left. Let's have a look at the route here. So departing 26 left, landing on runway 26 left in Gatwick. So the SID going out then, the standard instrument departure, is give 'em sixes. Via give me sixes. Right, anyway, okay, cool. So we're going out via 26 left, via give me sixes. Okay, no transition here, so let's get that in. There's give me a man after midnight. That's a song. Arrival, runway ILS 26 left, and what's the star? Okay, standard instrument departure and standard arrival. The star, standard arrival. Yeah. Anyway, Tebra 2G. Jesus. Talking up with no can talk. Tebra 2G. And insert. Okay, cool. Right, are there any discontinuities on the old plane? Let's have a look. I will do one of those flights where like it's the full thing. Like I do the Beyond ATC, we use all the tools available, and we do the full GSX, getting the people into the plane and the whole deal. In fact, do we have glass jetways on this? It doesn't look like it, does it? I like it when it's got glass jetways. The airport looks wicked, but when we have the glass jetways, you can see people walking into the plane and stuff like that. That would be nice. But I mean, we could do that up here, I guess. It's guesswork how many clicks you have to press to get the menu up. So don't need catering, don't need fueling.
Boarding requested.
So you can do all of that. It is getting dark though, but whoa, that's got some way to go, hasn't it? It's amazing how these jetways can stretch out like this. Is that going to reach? Oh, of course it's moving on its wheels now. Oh my god. Go on, connect in. Oh, absolutely nailed it. Absolutely perfect. Waiting for... Oh, the cargo doors will open automatically. Right. Aren't the cargo doors going to open automatically? They used to. Yeah, I'm coming. I can't remember where to go on this. It's easy on the thing. There, doors. I'm coming! I got him? Yeah, I don't know. Normally it's automatic, but there you go. Right. Flight plan. And let's have a run through and make sure that it's all good and good. Well, okay. Sorry, there was a waypoint there called in bed. That's where the passengers can all be asleep. Okay, we have a discontinuity here, which of course is the one leading right onto the center fix of the runway. Thank you very much for putting one right there. I appreciate it. Let's get it cleared. And now what? Oh, awesome. Last minute turn. Couldn't be better, could it? Now then, where am I going to go better? Yeah. So many ways of bringing up Navigraph, but I want to do it so it's easier for you guys to see as well. So I want to go to London Gatwick first, because this is how I roll. Oh, I always get the wrong ones. I always go for reference docs. Come on. I don't think there's any information I need of this. I think the plane's going to handle all this itself. I'm just noting down some bits of information here. Okay. And the star. What was it again? Give me a second, guys. Yeah, Tebra 2G. There it is. Go on. By ATC. Cool. Thank you very much for being informative, said I sarcastically. But you know, it's come back too far. I can't quite decide whether it's just completely lagging when I click the mouse button or not. It seems to be lagging. No, this is not the... Ugh. Why is this chart so different to what I'm used to seeing? So 6,000. Localizer is 10.9. Inbound cost 257. But airport elevation is 203. Sorry, runway elevation is 196. So Is this a different type of approach? Is this what's going on here? This is not a normal... hi Ethan, I haven't, no. I haven't really got I don't know, I was going to say a reason to, because I prefer the Fenix, but I have watched videos on it, it looks pretty good. Yeah, you can Bondoodle, no problem. Do we have a glide slope on this, or am I looking at something different? I'm expecting this kind of deal. Oh, ILS runway, ILS DME 26 left. Is that one? And then we've got Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3 final. Oh, initial approach and final approach. Okay. Never mind, ignore me. I just didn't know where I was for a minute there. Okay, so 2,000 feet here on the final fix, and then we have the decision altitude here of 200, which is going to make it 396, so DA 396. So 396 feet is where the plane's going to, once it goes below that, below 200 feet above the runway, it's going to land, regardless of anything. No pulling out of it. Alright, that's the information I wanted. Now, back up to Munch, or Munich. Departure via... Give me 6. Come on. Oh, it takes a couple of goes before the scroll actually works. Right, guys. There's give me 6. But it's give me 6S, right? Yeah. The irony of that. Give me 6S. There we go. So give me 6S departures. And we're coming out of 26 left. And then we'll be going up towards give me via WLD, right? No. Oh, I see they've got, okay, I see what they've got here. DM 52 and 55. Is that, are they distance markers? Is that what that means? And give me, does it have speed max and below flight level 10,000? Okay, so I was just wondering whether give me had a constraint on it, but it doesn't look like it does. Okay, cool. Let me just whisk through here a sec, just for something for my own benefit. Oof. Between Timber and the center fix here for the runway, we have 17 nautical miles. And the plane has to dip from 7,000 down to anywhere over 2,000. And then by the final fix, it has to be at 2,000. So we've got basically 18 nautical miles to drop 5,000 feet. I'm guessing if that's not doable, the Airbus would tell me can't make it. It's getting darker, guys. All right, so let's say that's absolutely fine and good. Let's get the doors shut here. I'm guessing that people are still coming in, so right, so that's the flight plan done and dusted. And to go back into the init page now, so again 2 clicks. Maybe my mouse button is just fudged. And actually going to use this now. So that. Why do we not have the single load sheet? Reason for that? I want to send the... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. No, this is correct. God, I'm getting so mixed up here with the Boeing. Yes, this is what I'm looking for, the takeoff weights. It's not showing there. I'm going to re-import the flight plan. Okay. There we go. Is that it now? Yeah, baby. All right. Block fuel 7.3. That's what we have. All is good. And now performance. Now we'll use the Simbrief, I guess, because that's what we're here for. So let's just remind ourselves what that's about. So if we go back into the Simbrief screen, I'll get it up for you now. And we'll go back into the performance. And I think we just keep everything here as it is, nothing's changed. So we're going to have the V1 speed. I'm going to put them in the plane right now. I know you can't see, but I'm just going to put those numbers in right now. So 137 for V1, 137 for V-rotate, and V2 is 130. Transition altitude 5,000 feet, correct. Now the throttle reduction, it's got down as 2950, but that's too much surely. Does it have it up here? So we're going to go by the, I'm going to go by the tablet. So 137, 137 and 138 are the speeds, and this is about where on the runway we're going to be. And we've got a massive stop distance in case we need to abort the takeoff, which is not going to be really the case. And let's see now if we can get this. See, the V speeds are slightly higher. This is why I prefer to use this. Oh, this is actually correct. Okay, so we want flaps 3. Hey? Oh, flap config optimal. It's suggesting flaps 3 here. Okay, so off screen, I'm going to redo the calculator with flaps 3. Because the optimum setting on Simbrief might be different. So yeah, flaps 3. And let me go 3 here. Okay, I'm going to add the improved climb. Okay, that's closer to what we're getting here. It's saying now 147, 147, 149. But this has got more information. Flex to temp on this Simbrief is 67. This is showing us 64. Yeah, I'm gonna go by this, guys, because yes. But the fact that you can also get information like that from Simbrief is me just letting you know that that feature is available, especially for planes that don't have it. So this is the setting that I had with the improved climb, and what else did I change? I forced flap 3 here. We do have flex as well on, not toga, because this is enabled. And as you can see, we got 147 and 149, but you can use that. And you've got a decent stopping distance margin. It's just that your rotate is just before the threshold on the other side of the runway, which is fine. It's just, yeah, because by the time you get to here, you're already beyond your latest reject anyway, so you have to pull up. I'm assuming if there was, well, you wouldn't really get trees, but I'm just in my Narnia imagination, if there was like some trees in the distance, I'm assuming you would have to take off with a much higher climb rate in order to clear those, and it would factor that in. I don't know, I would guess. So anyway, back to the simulation. But that's it. I think we've got all of this in. Everything's good. All the information is ready to go. So let me just have a look up on here, and I'm going to adjust this up to our cruise altitude because it's how I like to do things. And I'll let that take care of itself. Let's have the constraints on as well. Flight directors are on, of course. Unlike the Boeing, we don't need to change those or switch them on. Auto brakes I'll deal with later. If everyone's on board, why is the jetway still attached? I'm just having a mess about here now. Give me a sec. Okay. Right, so let's get rid of this. Trying to remember where everything is. Here we go, ground services. Get rid of that. And I guess toggle jetway as well we can do. Thank you. Right, let's start getting this thing fired. Yeah, so Simbrief loading into the plane. Yeah, I mean they'd have to adapt the planes first to take that information, because right now this is just programmed to import the flight plan information. But the Fenix has its own tools built in, and like as I said, I'm going to prefer to use these because it goes with the plane, you know, so it's configured specifically for this exact plane. But if you're using the, I don't know, I have no idea about the AnyBuilds tablet, whether it has the departure and arrival figures on it, or the fly-by-wire one. But if you're using those and it doesn't have your departure performance options on arrival, same with the Boeing, if it doesn't have them, then using Simbrief to do it instead would be cool. Once we're in cruise, we'll take a look at the arrival performances on Simbrief, which looks very similar. I mean, I'm going to be using this because it goes with the plane. Okay, let's just take care of some business here. How did you get here? What the hell just happened? Oh God. Everything's lagging. Fine. Now what? Parking brake and TCAS standby.
All aircraft be advised, information Sierra now current. QNH101 tree.
Where are you coming from? Alright, so let's tune into feel like my frame rates are pretty bad here. Let's tune into ground, I guess. Give me a second. Oh, it has. It's auto-tuned. Oh, it's auto-tuning my radios on my thing. Okay, so what frequency have you done? 121.830, which is Munich ground. Okay. Fine. Okay, let's get the other stuff up here started. Get ready to start the plane, and then we'll request clearance and things and stuff. Yeah. Now, last time I fired up the APU, I wasn't getting any wake from the arse here. Are we going to get... Oh, there we go. Okay. APU is now working for sure. Well, what happened? Some lights just come on. I didn't put anything on. No. All right. Where have you got me going? Okay, I see. I don't even know where I am in relation to the runway. Do we have Simlink running now, though? Yes, it's running. I can see my little plane. Good. So that means if we go to ground and airport information. No, that's about exiting the runway on the different. These are the distances that the runway becomes if you don't go on the actual full runway and you want to just join the runway at an intersection that is shortens the runway. You know, you don't need full use of it. These are the new lengths based on. So, how can I demonstrate this? Right. Runway 26 left, right? We've got an intersection called B12. The runway is 4 kilometers, 4,000 meters. If you take the intersection B12 and take off from there, it's going to be 2,820 meters, okay? Now, B12, remember that, B12. 12. All right, so let's go in here. And there's B12. So if you join the runway here, instead of taking off from back here like we would, you've got 2,820 meters to the end. That's basically what that is. Okay, now, right. And that's also what to do with the runway shortening that Simbrief has. That's what that's all about. So here we are, and we need to get down to there. So are we really faced in that direction? That looks a bit weird. But anyway, now I know that I need to go nose right. And I also know that I need to get rid of the ground power now. And disconnect it. Yeah. Coolio, right. It's time to chat. I think I've got everything ready, right? There's some things I need to set here, but I'll do that later. That's fine. And then, if I can remember the buttons up here. I'll forget something, but there you go. We'll be good. Hey, normal kids. I am playing a simulation called Microsoft Flight Simulator. And we're in Germany, and we're flying over to England. Okay. Request push and start Airbus 2627. I should have said Munich ground, but there you go.
Airbus 2627, Munich ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
Oh, Munich ground, face south, Airbus 2627. I should have said pushback and engine start. Approved. Okay. I'm just curious here. Sure. Oh, this antivirus program keeps popping up saying microphone accessed every time beyond HTC accesses my microphone. Why can't it just know that it's got permission to do that? Alright, I'm going to do it from here because I wasn't sure how to initiate the pushback, which was the best way to do it, but I'm actually going to do it from here. I always look around this plane at the buttons and the switches,
Hello, Captain.
thinking that I've forgotten something. And invariably I probably have. Come on, let's get things done. It's going to be a nighttime landing in Gatwick, and the thing is, the final turn is going to be fun, because as soon as we turn, we're going to be on that. We're going to be just on top of the runway, pretty much. So that should be exciting. What could possibly go wrong? Be fine, won't it? Sure.
Looking here.
So I'm pretty sure the only way to face south is to turn right here. Now with the Airbus, I think, oh, look at that. I think it actually raises the plane, right? On the Boeing, I think it does it a different way, if I'm not mistaken. But on the Airbus, it goes up. There we go. They're clever little vehicles, those tugs. Okay, so facing south, yellow and orange. Oh, I don't know. Just the first one.
Release parking brakes.
Do it.
Release parking.
I'm releasing. Normally I only have to hold the trigger in
Commencing
and it will release.
all engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, we're going. Rolling. Right, how do you start the engines on this thing? Not from up there. Right, here we go. Let's just get serious now. Engine 2. Much simpler process than the thing. Oh, yeah, sorry. I always forget the thing. Yeah, sorry, there you go. Sorted. Do I have to do a restart? Not a problem. Let's just do a restart on that. Let's do a full restart. So, oops, let's clear that error. Okay, start again. We've got the engine bleed. You got your pasties ready and the popcorn? Okay, don't eat until we've taken off though. Come on, engine, start to fire. You can only imagine the fire. What movie is that line from?
Set parking brakes.
You can only imagine the fire. Right, okay, parking brake. Oh no, that's not the actual line. It's you'll just have to, isn't it? You'll just have to imagine the fire. That's the kind of voice. Okay, we're up on that one. Let's go engine 1. I don't know what the movie was. I know it was Bane in the Batman movie, but I don't remember which one. Just, it was, he said that was the last line he spoke before he got killed. Spoiler. Alright, so we're running flaps, I don't know, what did we choose? Was it flaps 3 takeoff? Couldn't have been. Yeah, it said flaps, because we set it to optimum, didn't we? And that was flap 3 for takeoff. Jeez, man. Really? Okay. Flaps 3, let's go flaps 3 then. That's not a normal thing for me, but...
Do not inflate the life jacket inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle.
Sure, flaps 3 it is.
Fails to inflate.
Okay, do we have a good engines? Yeah, we do. Yep, we do indeedy. 2 clicks that time, so confirm.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, so now the engines are started. We can do and the bleed as well. Don't need that. Okay, so nose light should have been on. Let's get the runway lights on. Taxi that, and beacon light. Forgot it. Oh God, should have put that on before I started the engines. Who cares? Come on, sweetheart, get this plane disconnected and let's go.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
In the meantime, Munich ground, requesting taxi to runway to 26 left. Airbus 2627. 26 left, okay.
Aircraft calling for taxi instructions, say call sign.
I did, but I kind of messed it up. Munich ground, Airbus 2627, requesting taxi to runway 26 left.
Airbus 2627, runway 26 left taxi via Echo 1, Charlie 5, Sierra 6, Sierra, Bravo 1 tree.
Munich ground, taxi to runway 26 left via Echo 1, Charlie 5, Sierra 6, Sierra, Bravo 13. I didn't say my call sign. Okay, they've acknowledged that. Right, that sounds easy. Oh, please. Right, so what did he say? Echo 1, Charlie 5. So we are facing the wrong way. Cool, okay. Right, so Echo 1. Where's Charlie 5 then? Charlie 5, Sierra 6. So there's Sierra. There's Sierra 6. There's Charlie 5. Alright, so we need to come down here, Sierra 6, via Sierra, via Bravo 13 here, and then, come on, the only way onto the runway is via here, Bravo 13.
All aircraft be advised information tango now current, QNH101 tree.
Information tango now. Alright, so we need to face the other way around. I got it wrong. I don't know how that happened, but there you go. Let's go. Which way's our space to do this? What? Well, we are the right way around. I think Navigraph's got its bearings a little bit wrong here. No, yes, we're right. Okay. See? I'm not as dumb as you look. I'm not using VATSIM FICO now. This is beyond ATC. It's all AI driven. Let's stick this up. Oops. Okay, can't move windows and steer the plane at the same time. Yep, whatever that means. Man, this thing turns quickly. I have now got the Virpil software in, by the way, but I haven't managed to set up well, I tried to set up a curve, but it was proving to be a little bit. I needed just to try to set up, the sensitivity curves to make the input a little bit more slower at the beginning and more progressive. But are we on the correct taxiway? I believe so. We have a plane coming in as well, but we'll stick that over there and see that land. At the moment, Beyond ATC does not recognize these other aircraft coming in and other aircraft on the ground and stuff, other aircraft on the taxiways and such like, but it will. It will. There will come a point where it will know that, and I will be told things like to hold on the taxiway for the planes, and it'll know where all the other planes are as well, and then that'll be brilliant when that comes in. I'm not using a yoke now. The plane uses a joystick, so am I. I have a yoke, but it's a cheap piece of crap. So yeah, no. I was looking at one the other day actually. It's got the throttles for the jets and also for the smaller planes as well, but I can't remember which one it's called now. It's not the honeycomb. I don't know, maybe if somebody said the name I'd remember it, but it's got the mixture.
Airbus 2627. Ooh. Contact Munich Tower 120.505. Bye-bye.
Munich ground, contact Munich Tower on 120.505. Airbus 2627. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a great flight.
That's a new thing. It never recognized my thank yous before. It's getting better, guys. They've updated this quite a bit now. Version 1.037 now. You're very welcome. Alright, right, we need to config this, so let's get the auto brakes on. The takeoff we want maximum, has to be. We want the auto brakes armed, the cabins on, landing lights on, nose lights set to takeoff mode, seat belts and no smoking. I kind of probably should have done that a little bit earlier. Can't reach it, won't let me reach it. Nope. It's not letting me have it. Thank you. Okay, and also up here, want to add a little bit more lighting onto the panels. Same for this down here as well, just a little bit of integration lighting. And yeah, we're good. Actually, the floodlights probably a bit too much, is it? Yeah, don't need to have too much on that one. Okay, takeoff test. Normal. It's happy. We have a happy plane, guys. The CH Eclipse. I don't know which one this was. It was a. It had a little yoke and the whole thing attached to the desk. And it had the white 4-quadrant throttles, and underneath that it had the red, the blue, and the black pull levers for the mixture and the propellers and stuff on the GA planes. And it's like $300 or something like that. But the Honeycomb Alpha Bravo is like 500, isn't it, pounds? And then you've got to get the Boeing or the Airbus throttles after that, I think, something like that. All right, guys, let's say goodbye to Germany, and we're off to Gatwick. Hour 30-minute flight, so buckle in, get your popcorn, your spam sandwiches and whatever else. And I'll try not to make any major mess ups. Yeah, is that the Thrustmaster one, Lenny? Come on, engines. Yeah, that's just telling me I should have released it a bit sooner. Yeah.
Airbus 2627 immediately. Immediately stop your takeoff roll. You do not have takeoff clearance.
I forgot. Clearance. Oops. Yeah, so many years of not doing it. I don't know what to say here.
Airbus 2627 immediately. Immediately stop your takeoff roll. You do not have takeoff clearance.
Roger that. Airbus 2627.
I messed up. Here we go. Munich Tower, request departure, runway 26 left, Airbus 2627.
Aircraft calling for departure, say call sign.
I did. Munich Tower, this is Airbus 2627, requesting takeoff, runway 26 left.
Airbus 2627, Munich Tower. Wind 235 at 10, runway 26 left.
I will need flaps 3 now. Munich Tower, this is Airbus 2627, roger, wind 235 at 10, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff. Are we going to be able, I think we can still make it, guys, yeah? What's with the throttles, man? It's like I had to put in 90% throttle just to get them, to get the engines wound up. What's going on? Are we at max throttle here? What's that shadow? Going for the... No? I hope that shadow doesn't follow us around. Okay, positive rate of climb and gear up.
Airbus 2627, reset transponder. Squawk 6415.
Oops. Roger, Airbus 2627, reset transponder to Squawk 6415. I can't do it yet though. My brakes overheated. Okay, I can't find the climb detent. The hell? You happy with that? Thank you. Okay, what was it? Squawk 6415? Honestly.
Airbus 2627, contact Munich departure 136.23.
It should do, yeah, Von Doodle, yes. Munich Tower, contact Munich departure 136.23. Airbus 2627. Yeah, it's supposed to take you the whole way. Whether it will or not, though, I don't know. Let's put the brake fans on even though, because the brakes are inside the plane now. Come on. I can't get the thing moved around the cockpit. Do this before I contact Munich, so they might have a winch now. Okay, so Munich departure, this is Airbus 2627 for flight level 900. Yeah, hi. I know I needed information, blah de blah, I know.
2627 Munich departure. Good afternoon. Identified. Climb to flight level 170.
No, I should set it to 170 here. Munich Tower. Climb to flight level 170. Airbus 2627 with information Tango. There you go. Yeah, I'm messing things up a little bit because, you know, messages on the screen, things not going perfectly smooth. It kind of puts you off your stride, you know, to say things that you need to say and get everything done fluently, and to get that flow, it's actually not that easy as you guys might think, especially when if you're not a trained pilot and you don't have practice in the real world. It's knowing the flow is one thing, but attaining it and achieving that flow of saying everything in order. And I don't have a first officer who would have done that change of squawk. I don't have that either, so there's plenty of reasons for it.
Contact Munich radar 120.
And yeah, that's how it is. Shit happens. And I will answer these people when I'm good and ready. Munich radar, this is Airbus 2627 for flight level 150. With flight level 1.
Munich radar on 120.65.
tell you what, you respond.
Contact Munich radar 120.65, Airbus 2627. Have a good afternoon.
I thought you had to see your altitude every time you acknowledged on a new frequency. Yeah, it's not that I don't know what to say, it's just that I mess it up sometimes because I get overwhelmed with stuff that's going on in the plane, brakes hot, and, you know, stuff like that. I had to put my lever into the climb mode, the detent, I couldn't get it to click in, couldn't hear it, and yeah, you get distracted and then you just end up trying to get rid of ATC as quick as possible. Why do we have a possibility of saying requesting IFR clearance here? Hi Alex, greetings. Oh, is that right, Lenny? Yeah, a mouse ball of fluff. Yes, back in the day, the mouse ball was treated much in the same way as a belly button. It needed regular lint cleaning. Sounds like we have a sub. So we're still at one thingy zero. Do we need to? What do we need? See, I'm at flight level 170. I need to be going up to double that. And on the screen now we have Beyond ATC saying request IFR clearance or announce on frequency. Let's do announce on frequency.
Munich radar, Airbus 2627, crossing flight level 161 for flight level 170.
Yeah, at the time that was true.
Airbus 2627.
Oh, we need to do two messages. One to acknowledge the handoff.
40.
Okay, fuck. One to acknowledge that handoff, and the other one to acknowledge to announce on frequency. Two separate ones. Munich radar, Airbus 2627, climbing to flight level 340. Now, we don't always, like I think I've only had one time with Beyond ATC where it's kind of got me through all the way to from gate to gate, you know. It kind of broke down on the descent part, but that's, you know, probably partially down to my fault because I was waiting for it to tell me to descend and it wasn't, and I needed to, and I wasn't trusting waiting for it, because if I did, I didn't think I was going to get down to the correct altitude in the amount of time available, and so I had to take matters into my own hands, which meant Beyond ATC had to just be forgotten about, and that's just the way that went. Hi Alex, the Fenix A320, it's brilliant. It's the best plane in the sim for me, in that it's, you know, the most accurate compared to reality. There's nothing to touch it really in that sense. So yeah, awesome plane. Yeah, fairly cloudy over Germany then. But it's really getting dark now. But if I want to do a Europe flight, and I stream at a time that's convenient for the USA as well, then it's going to be a nighttime Europe stream. It's just the way things work. And the only way to get around that is to do one in the afternoon, where it'll be daylight in Europe, but some people in the USA won't have woken up yet. You'd be saving up for it. Oh, you're still saving up for it. Yeah, it's worth it. It's so good. If you learn how to... I'm still learning things about it all the time. But I think it is a learning curve that lasts for a while, but I've got the gist of it. It's a very, very good plane. I mean, it is supremely accurate to the real thing. Yeah, it's my go-to A320. There are a few other options, of course. The free InnyBuilds one that you get now with Flight Sim is really good. The fly-by-wire one has got extra features such as cabin conversations and with the hostesses and stuff like that. It's really good. But if you want the full-on, all systems, everything done, it's this one. And to me, there's no comparison between this and any of the others. But that's not to take anything away from the InnyBuilds, or especially the fly-by-wire one. Those are really, really good planes. I do like flying occasionally with the fly-by-wire because of the interactions between the cabin crew and the sounds that kick in at certain points. Really cool. Really do like that. And this plane does not have that. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's I like this. Fly-by-wire A380 is coming as well. Yeah, it is indeed. I am looking forward to that because that, apparently, from everything I've heard, the A380 is going to be something quite special. They're putting a lot of effort into it, and it does look really, really good at the moment. I don't know when it's going to be out. It's probably going to be quite a while, but yeah, as I say, it looks fantastic. Definitely. Let's take a look here then. Where's my briefs? There it is. You guys get Simbrief on screen before I do. So if we go now into the landing performance, and we just use last flight, which is this one, and we populate the weather with whatever the latest is. Whoa. You've still got it on screen, guys. Mine just disappeared. Okay. So what I want to do is change the inches to hectopascals because that's what it is. Change the runway length to meters because I'm better with that. Yeah, so this shortened length is if you're taking off on one of those intersections that I mentioned. Or maybe you want to use it to exit the runway. I don't know. So if we calculate, so if we're using automatic low brakes, then I found something out on that video from A330 driver, which as said, I will link in my video description at the end of the stream. He mentioned something I found really interesting. I don't know if you guys might know, Lenny, but when you land and you put the reversers on a dry runway, so yeah, you've got really nice conditions on the runway, and you land and you go full reverse thrust, it's not essentially necessarily...
2627.
Here we go.
Contact Langen radar 127.6.
I'm going to have it auto-respond on that one.
Contact Langen radar 127.6, Airbus 2627.
Give me a sec.
Langen radar, Airbus 2627, crossing flight level 301 for flight level 340.
Yeah, so you announce your flight level, current, and where you're going up to.
Identified.
Okay, let's see if they shut up now. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that if you use your... Forget the Simbrief thing. If you use your reverse thrusters on a dry runway, they won't necessarily slow the plane down any quicker because the auto brakes are already designed to decelerate the plane at a constant rate, at a specific constant rate. And the only time the reverse thrusters are going to matter is if the auto brakes can't do that. So for example, let's say it's a wet runway and the brakes are trying to slow down the plane at a constant linear rate and it can't do it, then the reverse thrusters will have an effect. But also, if you do use the reversers on a dry, it's not to say don't use reversers on a dry runway, because what they do is they will help the plane slow down anyway, and they will relax any heat build-up on the brakes themselves, you know, because they're providing assistance, and so the brakes won't get so hot. So yeah, kind of that. So interesting, yeah. Stuck in New Zealand. Stuck in New Zealand in the sim, or it because you're doing a around the world thing or whatever, or are you stuck in New Zealand in reality? I can't find an A320 flight on YouTube. Oh, I've got many of them on this channel, Alex. I've got plenty of Fenix flights. If you go look at my Microsoft Flight Simulator playlist and just search for Fenix, I got plenty of them. But be ready, I do make mistakes from time to time, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes the flight goes absolutely swimming and beautifully. Right, captain's just going for a pee, so if you don't mind, guys, just turn away from your screens now. Oh, you can hear the engines backing off. We've obviously reached our cruising altitude. Yeah, if the captain wants a pee, I mean, I don't know, since 9/11, don't they have to keep this door shut and locked the whole time? How does the captain go for a little whittle? Does he have like a little bottle or something that he can use? Trap door. Oh, in the sim. Cool, I got you. Yes, Alex, definitely. 737 as well. A bucket. Is that no smoking sign there because the sign is set to on instead of auto? Back in the day when smoking was allowed on a plane. Not on my flight, boy. Look at this, we're getting the no entry sign. What the hell's going on? That's on auto now, so it's not on here because now it's like it's turned off. And I believe it does actually turn off in the cabin as well, right? If we go into... Right, so it's on there. Okay, no smoking. And let's say I go into turning this no smoking off and put the seat belts on. So the no smoking sign stays on the entire time.
Now been turned on.
But now we have the
And fasten your seat.
now we have the seatbelt sign on because the switch is on. So yeah, so that it does actually work based on the switch. So even with the no smoking off, the light stays on permanent. So seatbelt off. Back to. So yeah. Does work in the cabin. Is it the wrong... What is it? The other way around? I don't know. Oh, free drinks. Oh, you missed them, Bondoodle. We've served those. having a party. We're having a party. Who's that, Shania Twain? I don't think I can come. I saw on flightsim.to today, I was looking through to see if there was any nice cool liveries. I got this one, the Lufthansa one here, but somebody had done one for, I think it was called Air German, the airline, and it was in 12K, the texture. No thanks. I mean, great detail for sure, but yeah, I don't know. I don't want my frame rates dropping any further. Can we have dark mode on this, please? This is too bad. And I also don't need you. I don't need you anymore. Wow, Birmingham is my go-to alternate airport. So we have initial approach. That's not the correct runway. This is the initial. Yeah, look, it is. We're coming from this way, I believe. So we're coming from here. We're going to go up, and then we make a final turn. What's the distance there? Yeah, we make this right. So it's 8.5 nautical miles here at this distance marker here. That's what I call it anyway. And then 2,000 feet is mandatory. Good. And then we just make this final turn and land on the runway here. So we're getting about, well, that's 5.5 nautical miles here. About 7 miles. Yeah, so just after this final turn, we're going to want the wheels down. Although knowing me, I'll probably fudge it up in a way where I'll have to put them down sooner. But we'll see. Transitioning at 6,000. And then we have the final approach onto runway 26 left, which is this baby here. And that brings us from that 5.5 nautical mile point down 3 degrees here. It shows you we'll be doing a 3-degree angle of attack. Down, 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 down until we touch down. Yay. Couldn't be easier. ILS frequency 110.9. I'm sure the Airbus knows that. It's very good at filling that kind of stuff in by itself. Now there was something I wanted to, oh yeah. I know they're going to give me descent instructions, but I'm going to put this down to where I want it regardless. And if we look down here, which was Alt 9, I think, if we look down on here, go down to the center and final fix here, we'll see that the final constraint here is 2,000 feet. And then we're going to be hitting the 5 nautical miles later. So yeah, anytime like the center fix is 6 miles away, obviously the 5 plus the 1, this is a good time to get the wheels down. I like to get them down between 5 and 7 nautical miles out. But if you, I think, is it this plane where, or the Boeing, where if you go onto flaps, no, I think it's the Boeing. If you hit flaps 2 and you don't bring the wheels out, it starts to beep at you. And yeah, and also once the plane starts, what you would do, once the glide slope is captured and the plane starts descending on its own, with the approach mode on, descending below 2,000 feet, you can start setting your altitude back on here, back up, well, it'll already be set to 2,000, but this is the altitude you would be flying back up to if you need to abort your landing. Sometimes it can be higher, 3,000, 4,000, so you would set it up, you would turn this up for that, and the plane would still descend as the glide slope has been captured. Yeah, you put the gears down at 2.5. Altitude or ground level, because you might have, there are airports in the US whose runways are higher than 2,500. So you'd have to put it, I think you mean 2,500 above ground level, right? Because if you can't, yeah, I don't think you can do 2,000 everywhere, because there's airports that are 3,000 feet above ground level. So you would have to put it down at 5,500. Yeah. But I think after a certain altitude, you start getting the ground level on screen here. It starts to show you ground level. But also there's an announcement, isn't there? There is an announcement. It will actually say 2,500. But it will call that out. But yeah, you could just go by the ground, the message, because that 2,500 is in relation to ground level. But you could do it that way. Yeah, nice and easy. Then you don't have to sit and work it all out. Lufthansa operations. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, nice. Right, so let's get this up to 80. Yeah, you have to play co-pilot here as well. You have to play co-pilot on these as well as just flying the thing. But again, you don't have to, because there is an add-on, isn't there, called from FS2 Crew, called Copilot, and they have somebody sitting there. They don't animate them very well, but they will do all of the Copilot functions and start switching the switches and stuff. It does it for you. But I'm quite happy to have it like this. Now then, I want to leave that chart there. But we don't have a map on here. However, I can do it in Navigraph, but it would mean a different. How do you get rid of the chart off here, guys? So that all I've got is here. Okay. Question answered. There you go. I just wanted all the airways and stuff here, and then we go to this one, right? No. Oh, there I am. I wasn't seeing myself for a moment, but yeah, there I am. And we're going to all the waypoints. It's ridiculous. Right, there's millions of them. Right, so yeah, there we are on the map. Oh, look at this little. There's obviously some reason why we're not flying like that way, and we're actually going this way and then making a turn. Yeah, that's way more cluttered, isn't it? A lot more cluttered. So this is cool. It gives you a little indication of, you know, the amount we've covered and stuff like that, and how long we've got to go. Let's take a look outside again. Where's the moon anyway? Wherever the moon will be correctly positioned in the sky, but I just don't know where the hell it is. Sometimes you get to see it. Shared cockpit. Is that what it is? Didn't they have oh, is it shared cockpit? Your ears? Why, have you got your volume up? Are you oh, shared cockpit, right. That's a different one. I see. I've just followed the thread there. Oh, you can do that already. I was hoping that would be something. I didn't know that. And I thought how cool that would be to bring into Flight Sim 2024. Yeah, Bondoodle. The thing is, there's a there's a difference between height and altitude. They're two completely different things because they're measured quite differently. Your height above ground level and your altitude are two different things. Because I think your altitude is based on sea level, and then you have your height above the ground, which is obviously based on the ground level. So let's say Mount Everest, okay, 28,000 feet, and I'm flying at 38,000, and I fly over Mount Everest. The distance, the height between me and Mount Everest is 10,000 feet. Between its top, its summit, and me is 10,000 feet. But I'm still at 37,000 altitude. Yeah. We have a plane crossing in front of us. Traffic. Pull up. Are you saying you've been in a real cockpit? Or have I been? I haven't. But if I ever go in one, I don't want to be flying. I'm not very good at being a flyer. I don't mind anything about the flight. The takeoff, the cruising, the descent, cool, love it, no problems. But turbulence would bother me, especially that if I was in that flight that was a week or so ago, whatever it was, when people didn't have their belts on and there was turbulence. And how did they direct the plane through there anyway? Why didn't they just avoid it? But yeah, people hitting the ceiling, and I think somebody got killed, didn't they? Didn't the guy get killed? Had a heart attack on the plane. Anybody who wasn't wearing a seatbelt got thrown up onto the ceiling of the plane. But yeah, it's the idea of something going wrong or crashing. That is where my dislike of flying comes. So I make up for that by simming. Oh, and yesterday, guys, I bought, because they had an offer on Steam for like £1.89. What's it called now? In Flight or something? I don't know. It's a I don't know what you would call it, a game. I don't even know if you could even class it as a game. It's entertainment. Is it? I don't even know. Right, basically it's a 6-hour flight in a jet. But you as a player, you're here for the whole 6 hours. That's all you do. You can't fly, you just as a passenger, and you're sitting in a plane simulating exactly what it would be on a 6-hour flight. So I'm guessing that you would get all of the stuff, such as waiting for the meals to come round, maybe watching a movie. I don't know whether you can watch a movie on the thing or something like that. Yeah, and it's the whole experience. But in order to play that experience through, it would have to be a 6-hour live stream. And it can you imagine it? Just the whole stream, just this is it, guys. What would we talk about? Oh boy. Okay, one doodle, man. I'll catch you next time. Have a good one, man. Thanks for being here. Let me see if I can pull up Steam and get you the name. Because I did buy it yesterday. It was like, I think it was £1.89 they had an offer. I don't remember. I haven't got it installed yet either. The annoying kid kicking the back of the seat. Hey, maybe. You know, maybe. I know that they're building all this stuff. It should be fun to try it though, but I don't remember what it's called. Can I sort my software by... Sort by recent activity. Yes, it's called airplane mode. 6 gigabyte airplane mode. So if I go to the store on Steam, I thought it had a different name, but okay. Yeah, £1.85 on offer. So it says here, airplane mode delivers all the thrills of a real-time 6-hour commercial airline flight in coach. At least you've got a window seat. Buckle up. Reviews mixed. Oh, gotta give that one a go, guys. Oh, Jesus. Somebody in some of the reviews, guys, it says okay, so one review says what it is attempting to do, it does flawlessly. Another review says airplane mode is everything you'd expect from a well-crafted flight simulator where you're not in control. Boring, hopeless, and a dangerous invitation into the depths of your own unhinged psyche, brought on by a high-altitude prison that you paid to be incarcerated in. Wow, that guy must be a hoot at parties. Another review says, outside of maybe actually sleeping, this has to be the craziest idea for a sim I could ever think of. Yes, exactly. Oh, God. The awesomeness of that, though. But yeah, for £1.85 I thought, yeah, sure. But 6 hours, man. Can you imagine streaming that? I mean, I do 6-hour streams, but even I couldn't sit at the microphone for that long. You know, without doing... Because you're not doing anything. You're just sitting there twiddling your fingers. I'd have to get a... I'd have to literally bring a packed lunch with me. Or... something, I don't know, and then only eat it when they serve the actual meal on the plane. Do we get rowdy passengers? They should introduce a DLC called Hijack, and knowing them, it'll be one where you get to say hello to a guy called Jack. Hi Jack, how you doing? Don't, by the way, if you know somebody called Jack, don't shout hi to him in an airport. You might get arrested. Right, so where are we in... I feel like this is quite... my frames are a little bit jittery here. I don't know. I daren't look. I was going to launch MSI Afterburner, but I don't think I dare look. Right, so where are we... So top of descent comes after Lumen. Okay. There's Lumen here. So just as we hit the English Channel, we're going to start descending, or around there. And we are currently here. So yeah, we'll start descending here from 34,000 all the way down until we hit, well, I say hit, until we arrive at Gatwick. What other planes do I have? Oh, I've got some good ones, man, on this. The Spitfire. I think the one I bought was the Flying Iron one. Yeah, Spitfire, Concorde, which I've only flown a couple of times, PMDG, all the PMDG planes, including the DC-6, the Piper Arrow set, the Turbo 3, the Turbo 4, the... what's that small one? Not the Honda Vision. There's a little small private jet plane, which I've got as well. Don't remember which one it's called, but I got that. But this is my go-to. The jet planes are normally my my go-to planes. Not every time, but I do like flying these just because I like the complexity of them and such. And the satisfaction of getting one from gate to gate, you know, and just doing the full flight. It appeals to me. Because it's, once you get it down, it's very interesting. The hardest plane, this one. Actually, yeah. This is the most complex in terms of systems, the Fenix. There's nothing to really get close to this. But the hardest plane to fly, probably, I don't know, it depends. If you're going to go full on doing everything yourself, it's going to be between the, for me anyway, I would say it's between the Avro Vulcan, which I have, and Concorde. Concorde isn't study level though, and there are shortcuts you can take to get all the hydraulic systems going. But if you do it by the book, it's more complex.
27. Contact Langen radar 118.75. Bye-bye.
Airbus 2627, contact Langen radar 118.75. I think you're supposed to see a call sign at the end, but it doesn't matter. It still does it. Langdon radar, this is Airbus 2627 for flight level 340.
Airbus 2627, Langen radar, radar contact.
I'm not sure if I have that plane. I can't remember if I bought it, I don't think so. Yeah, Concorde, it takes like 4 people to fly that, doesn't it? You've got to keep moving to different parts of the cockpit. Like there's all dials and switches on one side. Also, the DC-6 as well has got plenty of switches and dials and stuff. The DC-6 is awesome. The way that's set up, when you start revving it up to a certain, there's a certain propeller revolutions you're not allowed to leave the plane at, because at a certain revolution, I don't know what it is, let's say 2000 revs, it vibrates the cockpit, the dashboard and everything, and it, you know, vibrations can work things loose and stuff. So you're not allowed to put to leave the props at that. You either have to put them on a higher revs or a lower. And you can see as you go through the rev range, as you start pushing the prop throttle up, or the prop speed up, how the dashboard vibrates differently at different speeds. It's pretty cool. Yeah, really nice plane, the DC-6. I don't fly it that much, if at all, but it's an amazing thing to fly. But I like to fly with all the modern stuff, you know, the cool autopilot stuff, the computers here that are telling me all the information that I need. Where on the older planes you've got dials and things. Don't get me wrong, I love the dials and needles and things. That's brilliant. Oh, I really love it. But yeah, when I'm in one of these, because a DC-6 is also for carrying people from A to B, just like this is. But I'd rather do it in this. You get to sit back and just chill in one of these. Yeah, 747 I don't really fly, but I'm waiting for a really good one. I know there's an improvement package, isn't there, for the 747? And even Asobo have done a bit more on it. But a study level, if there was a study level 747, I'd give it a go. Is that yeah, the Antonov needs 6 crew, yeah? Wow. Yeah. But then again, the one that's in the sim, how much of that does it do for you? Also got the Harrier jump jet as well. Yeah. The Avro Vulcan is amazing though. I do like that. I actually did a tutorial on how to fire the whole thing up from cold and dark. But if you asked me to sit here and do it right now, I wouldn't have a clue. I remembered back then, but I have it all written down on paper somewhere. So if I find that piece of paper where the cold and dark sequence is written on, I'd probably be fine.
Airbus 2627. Contact Brussels Control 125.0. Have a good afternoon.
Langdon Radar, contact Brussels Control or 125.0 Airbus 2627. Brussels Control, this is Airbus 2627 for flight 340, flight level 340.
Airbus 2627. Brussels Control. Radar contact.
Oh, I'm being reminded to create content here for a key I was given. I don't even think I asked for this key, but I got a key for Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. Looks like I've got a deadline. I've got 2 games I need to create content for because I was given keys. Metal Gear Solid. So this is, I think, Volume 1 is Metal Gear Solid 1, 2 and 3, but remastered. So the graphics are still going to be extremely dated, but sure, I might have a go with Metal Gear Solid 3, the later one. Yeah. Let's do that. Lovely. No, because the thing is, if I don't think the Antonov is Phoenix's wheelhouse. I think it's not their thing. I think we should just leave them to concentrate on the more modern stuff. Let some other developer who's more into that stuff do it. Where are we on the mappage? Yeah, there is a bit of lag because my mouse is taking a while. Oh, it's something's happening. I'm trying to move to the tablet and it's getting ahead of itself. I can zoom in now. So Lumen is there, which I guess you would intersect here, so yeah, Lumen. There's a program called Lumen, isn't there? Yes, there is, Rusty. Oh my god, you see all this? There's the jerkiness, what's going on, man? This is a fairly fresh boot as well. Right, anyway, let's get some stuff in. I know it's going to ask me to put the destination data in at some point. That's all okay. Does it? Oh, I can't remember now. I honestly can't remember whether it asks me on here to do it or what. Yeah, it is. Okay, so destination data. Let's get the weather off here now. So 1810 10.8. Easy to remember. 1810 1008 and 310. Still have to double check it. Yes, 18 degrees in Gatwick right now. Serious? Decision altitude was 396. Flaps config. Let's, I don't know, let's check it out. See this? This is because of stuttering, frame stuttering, and it's kind of reading how much mouse input I'm putting in, but because it's stuttering and doing these micro stutters and freezing, it's then catching up later on and taking things just too far. I don't know why this is happening. I'm not doing anything different. The only thing that's been updated is the FS LTL traffic injector and Beyond ATC. Okay. Landing weight. Okay. Shit. Calculate this. Right. So currently we are 61 tons exactly, and the landing expected fuel on board 3.6. we currently have 4,460, so let's call that 4.5. So 4,500 kilos, so 900 kilos, take away that, so landing weight is expected to be 60 tons. And I'm going to use max reverses, flaps. Let's go flap 3. Yeah, we can do it. Auto throttle on, low brakes. Got plenty of stopping distance there. So yeah, we're going to use a flap 3 config then to land. Cool. It is fine with me, assuming we don't get more of a thing. A slideshow. So back to here. And we're going to go for a flap 3 landing. 6,000 feet. Approach 41. Alright, so it shouldn't ask us for the descent information. It is all good. It's still light, isn't it? Up here. Wow, what's this place? I'm going to run a little nav map, guys, and tell you where this is. It's big, it looks like a fairly big city. Currently flying over. Oops, that one went too quickly. Okay, it's a place called Leuven. Leuven, and I have a plane. According to this, I have a plane directly behind me at the same altitude. Oh god, this is really not smooth. There it is. And that is it's an Irish airline by the looks of it. It's at 34,000 feet, just like me. Why are we getting such shitey ass frame rates? Do I think Phoenix... Oh, I didn't I already answer that? No, I don't. No, I think Phoenix should concentrate on what they're good at, which is these kind of planes. I want to see bigger Airbuses, man. I want to see an A340 or something from them rather than something like. I mean, how many times you're going to fly an Antonov? You know, it's not for me. It's like it's not a plane I would use that often. I'm just going to fire up Afterburner. I should be getting at least 30. Oh, I know what I do have running, or do I? Is it running? No, I don't. I could have sworn I fired it up. Yeah, that auto FPS thing. Let me see if I can get this thing on screen. Control Shift and hash. Right, if my stream stops, it's because I pressed the wrong combination. Weird, isn't it? I used the combination that they want, and oh no, I didn't use the combination. I did now. Control Shift hash. Nothing. The screen display for MSI Afterburner now is getting very, very finicky. It used to be you could just run it and it would just display it, and that would be it. And then you could have a hotkey and it would toggle it on and off. But now, nope. Now it doesn't work anymore. I did have it running the other day. I actually had it on screen. There should be a button on the MSI Afterburner interface where you can press it on the like instead of just restricting the display ability by using a button or a key, give me a button on the MSI program itself to say enable it. But you can't. It's just the only way you can set it on is to toggle it with a hotkey. What's the point of that? Totally pointless. Yes, you are, Alex. Indeed. Well, the A380 is being done by fly-by-wire, so I don't know if we need to. What's going on with this? Let's assign a different thing. So Control Shift Q. Let's try that. Why not try a key combination that I'll never remember? No, that does something else, see? Very badly. Yeah, this is really weird. Really, really weird. And it can only be done with a hotkey. It can't be done with like a button. Does anyone know, with MSI Afterburner, how to put the on-screen display of the frame rates on the screen without using a key press? Is this, man? I know what frames I should be getting. I'm going to run that auto FPS. Oh, it says it's already running. Ah, well, what if it's that? What if auto FPS is trying to achieve a frame rate that it just can't do, and it's really inhibiting its performance? Because I don't normally run auto FPS, but today I did. Now it's off now. Yeah, today I did because I wanted to just do it out of curiosity, if it would improve frame rates. Let's see. See, it does that. It's not smooth. It turns around a little bit, and then it just blips. See, look.
Ready for descent.
Teba 2 Golf, runway 26 left, call when ready, Airbus 2627.
Okay, so when I'm ready for descent here. Alex, I'm not messing, I don't really mess around like that, sorry. Okay, so we're 20 nautical miles out from top of descent. Yep. Ish. Yes. By this circle. No, you won't catch me doing those things, man. Not in a plane like this. There's no point. No point to it. Let's call now then. I wonder if they're going to tell me to descend straight away. I won't mind if I'm descending earlier. Maybe I'll wait until we get to 10 nautical miles. I'm interested to see what it says. But I like the fact that it's asked me to report when I'm ready for descent. Like 20 odd miles out from the actual descent point, so it's picked that up pretty well. Oh, Alex, man, please. There you go. Isn't that nice? We're at a critical time here, guys. I've got the descent coming, so I'm not going to be playing around here. Brussels Control, this is Airbus 2627 reporting ready for descent.
Airbus 2627, descend to flight level 140.
Descent to flight level 140, Airbus 2627. Let's see if they mess me up again. Should I descend it now or what? Let's go. Oh, this is jerky, man. Yeah, hey, it might be a Windows update, I don't know. Pain in the arse it is. I don't know, Alex. I don't really plan them like that. No idea. Do you mean the next stream on my channel or the next flight sim stream? Because either way, the answer's the same. I don't know. It's when I feel like it, I guess. And sometimes it's spur of the moment kind of thing. I've never cockpit shared before. I think you need an extra utility to do it, and it's not something I would do anyway. I'm not big on that. I don't think it would appeal to me, unless I would need to know the person I'm doing it with. I would need to know what they're like, how good they are, and we would have to have talked for weeks and weeks and weeks before me doing something like this. It's not my thing. I hope you can understand. I can't just take a random person and just bring them onto a live stream without knowing the deal. I don't know what you're like. I don't know what you'll be like. Yeah. Can't do it, man. Anyway, let's focus on the flight, because that's why we're here. Everything going good so far. I want to get back to here. Yeah, don't take it personal or anything. It's not personal. It would be the same for everybody. But I'm not really that kind of streamer. Right, so we're over the channel then. I'm amazed how light the sky has stayed for so long. Let's see if we can rotate this plane around without getting any jerky movements. Is it settled? Seems a bit better. A little bit. What about cockpit? Okay. Right, sorry about that, guys. I had to respond to a text. Right. This is where oh, Jesus.
Contact London Control 118 decimal for 75.
See, that's the thing they need to fix. This for 75 instead of 475. They need to get the 4 sorted out. Brussels Control, contact London Control on 118.475, Airbus 2627. That should change. There we go, done. London Control, this is Airbus 2627, descending flight level 200.
Airbus 262.
I got that wrong, by the way.
Radar contact.
I should have said descending flight level 200 for flight level 140. But there you go. Right, So request IFR clearance, shouldn't need that. Request heading next fix, yeah, it should be fine. So they should tell me the next altitude change when we get close to here. So far we're on profile, and that's all that matters at the moment for me. Are these buttons reversed? So if the approach phase hasn't been activated by around 9,500 feet, we're going to do it ourselves. There's a few things we need to press on the plane once we get to 10,000, but we'll do those momentarily, or whenever we get to 10,000. There is England. Where are we? Just coming over the land of Englandia, the United Counties of Britain. We don't call it that though, do we? I seriously doubt all the counties are united. Hey, what about the states? Are the states actually united as well? Like in what though? Because they, like, if you have a state like, I don't know, Alabama, I guess, or maybe Texas, they're all going to vote, well, the majority, I would say, the vast majority is going to vote for a certain party, right? Republican, I would say, and other states are going to be different, so they're not united in that respect, and you get different laws in different states as well, so there's no unison there either. United in that they're all stitched together to make America, right? Is that what it is? We're united in allegiance to the country, is that what that means? I'm curious, yeah. Like we have United Kingdom. Is it just because Scotland, England, Wales and Northern Ireland, that they are united
Airbus
as a kingdom?
2627, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH1009er.
Descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1009er, Airbus 2627. Let's get this in now.
Negative, QNH 1009er.
I did say that. Roger, QNH 1009er, Airbus 2627. Did you say negative again? Come over there and kick you in the chuff. Whatever a chuff is. It's a little early to do the QNH. In fact, it's very early, but let's go standard because it's not correct to do it here. But at least I've got it. At least I've got it programmed in. We need to be doing that at 6,000 feet, not now. We are still on profile. It's still keeping us on profile, guys. London control. Yeah, it does, Lenny. It does indeed. We don't have it on screen, right? No, hold on. Hold on. 'Cause everybody hurts. There you go. What I'm getting on my thing at the moment. Should I keep it on screen for the descent? It's up to you guys. I'll keep it on. I is quite happy to keep it on the screen there. No problem. So far, so good. Descending to 4,000 is great. That's a nice descent. I hope the next instruction is to get to 2,000 and then we can pick up the old glidey sloper. The reflection of the tablet screen there, look on the glass. You need to have the glass windshields affected at ultra to get this. Anything under ultra, you don't get none of these reflections on the screen. And if you move forward towards it, I think it actually disappears. See, if you go like, if you have that angle, look, and you've got it also here as well. It must be some quite complex calculations to work all that stuff out, right? But nevertheless, rather neat. Okay, so we're nearing 10,000 feet, so we're going to start. How's the wind? 17. Alright, so I'm going to pop up here and we're going to get the seat belts on, and let's also go for the auto brakes set to low. But also, I should have done this before, but up here we'll set the landing config to landings flap 3, and let's get the LS system on as well. And we are doing it. Normally you would do this just a little bit after. A little bit after the 10,000 feet, or at 10,000. So landing, runway lights on, seat belts on, that's it. Okay, good. 10,000 feet stuff done. And lap 3 config, landing lights are on, seat belts are on. Suits me. And I know, we just passed 11,000 feet, but yeah. Oh yeah? Oh, how are you turning this off anyway? Is there a power? Or maybe I'd have to pull the cable out and wait for the battery to drain. I don't know, how do you power this off? Is there a power button somewhere? Or do you pocket it? Red button on the mic near. Oh, really? Well, hot dang. I didn't know that. Huh! Bless my soul. I did not know that. Yeah. Cool info, man. Thanks. That's a good one.
Airbus 2627, contact Gatwick approach 129.025.
Under control, contact Gatwick approach 129.025, Airbus 2627. Gatwick approach, this is Airbus 2627, flight level, what do you say? Flight level 950 for 4,000. That's wrong, isn't it? Completely wrong. but never mind.
Airbus 2627, verify information Oscar.
Okay. Verify information Oscar Airbus 2627. I don't know what to say there.
Airbus 2627 Gatwick approach. QNH1009 expect the ILS runway 26 left with the timber transition.
Timber. Okay, sorry. Gatwick terminal. Landing runway 26 left via the timber transition. QNH 1009. Airbus 2627. I might have got it wrong, but it might still accept it. It has. Cool. See, if it just accepts it, because it says, well, he said those keywords that I was looking for, so that's fair enough. But it might mean that I didn't quite get, you know, what it was wanting me to do. I don't know. Let's take a look here, guys. Are we on profile? We are. 7,000 at timber, okay, and they've asked us to be at 4, but the plane will hold at 7. Okay, yeah, no, we are on profile then, jeez. It's this bit, isn't it? It's from timber to the central fix here, where we have to drop 5,000 feet. That's going to be a bit of fun. Okay. I mean, if you're sure. Activating the approach phase right now. And then as we start to make, in fact maybe even before, because it's such a tight turn, as we start to do the I was going to say on the final turn we'll activate the approach mode, but I think I'm going to do it before then, because it's, let's have a look. Normally it's when you, for me what I would normally do is when I'm making that final turn and getting lined up with the runway, then I'm engaging approach mode. But because it's the final turn and the runway is so close, I think I might be doing it a little bit before.
Airbus 2627, 27 miles from CF26L.
Here we go.
Turn right. Heading 280. Maintain 2,000 feet until established on the final.
It's going to do that anyway, look.
Cleared
It's going to make...
ILS runway 26 left.
Turn right, heading 280, maintain 2,000 feet, cleared for ILS approach, 26 left, Airbus 2627. 2,000 is where I want it to be. And as you can see we are, well, I say we're not quite on 2.8, but the flight plan does put us around there. 285, but I don't think she's gonna get her knickers in a twist over that one. So far so good. So far so good. I think what I should do is as well just do a few flights where I don't respond at all, and I just leave the auto respond on and I just hear how it does it, but I also stream it or record it, I guess record it, and then I can see and note and try and remember when certain messages come on the screen, like this last one, is how to respond, you know, and what wording is being used all the time, and just let the Beyond ATC auto respond the whole time, so it's my co-pilot doing it, so to speak, and yeah, do it that way. So yeah, I mean, it's a good way, because sometimes some messages come out and it's like, I don't really know which order to say it in, you know, specifically. Hey, Von Doodle. Exactly, Lenny. Yeah, use the auto response to learn the phrases. I probably need to keep a recording or a note of it somewhere, so I can just, it's like learning lines in a movie, you know, just, or in a play, just keep doing it that way. So once we get to, well, I don't know here, we're scheduled to make 2,000 at the final fixed there, so yeah, I think somewhere at least just above, or somewhere just slightly above the 3,000 feet I'm going to hit approach mode, but so far everything is good. See, unless you hit approach, it's not going to pick up localizer or stuff like that. Let's do it now, because something's got picked up here, so I'm going to do it now. Since if it goes wrong, but is that the O2 arena? No. Let's hit approach. Oh, we haven't gone right. To switch off standard now. Slightly below the flight profile right now, but I am happy with that. Can we see the runway? We're just going to be turning to our left, and then that's going to be it. We're going to be down. Yeah, sometimes it's I get more people, Alex. Other times not so much. I don't think this isn't my usual stuff I'm normally doing. Other games it's different, but yeah, it would be nice to have more people, but I don't think I'm as good enough a pilot to engage people. Swings and roundabouts. So we've got another plane coming in here. I don't know why I'm sat here without any flaps on either. Let's go flaps one here. Just getting it slowed down a little bit. Down the spoilers. I find it easier to land this with flaps 3, because you've got like you've got flap settings 1, 2 or 3, and then full if you want to go full. Where on the 737, of course, you have flaps 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, I think, is it 15, 25, 30, 40? Like there's a lot more steps in the flaps there. This just makes life a bit easier. Okay, we're under 200 now, so we'll get to flaps 2. And we'll also get the gear down, I think, now as well.
Airbus 2627. Contact Gatwick, Tower 134.23.
Roger, contact Gatwick Tower 134.23. Airbus 2627. Gatwick Tower, this is Airbus 2627 for flight level 2700. That doesn't make any sense, but there you go.
Airbus 2627, Gatwick Tower, wind 280 at 6 runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Roger, clear for landing on runway 26 left, Airbus 2627. So as we're making the final turn, we'll hit flaps 3, and that will be it. I'm using a Virpil flight stick, Alpha Constellation with a WarBRD base. If you do exclamation mark setup in the chat, Alex, type exclamation mark setup, and then you'll get my entire setup, or it's in the video description. You're in, buddy. Let's engage autopilot 2 as well, just as a redundancy backup in case the first one fails, which we know it won't. Now we have a category 3 dual. And we have the localizer and the glide slope now, both. So, at the moment, Beyond ATC has got us to landing on the runway. The next thing is to get us to the gates. But I don't know which way to turn, left or right. See if I can pull this out. So most of the airport, it seems to be to the right, so I guess I'm just going to pull off for that. Yeah. Okay, so now we're descending. What you would do now is put in your altitude in case you need to do a go around, which actually is 2,000 feet, so we don't need to touch it here. Otherwise, if it was higher, I'd put it up now to 3,000, 4,000, whatever it was. Yeah, and everything would just be hunky-dory. We're good. It has, Lenny. Yeah, agreed. It's done really well. So I'm just going to take over at on the very final section here. So we should start getting an actual reading of distance from the ground coming up. I think it's up here, isn't it? To London Gatwick, guys. Londonia. So at 30 feet we start the flare, idle thrust at 20 feet. Blah 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 blah. Why aren't we getting the distance from the ground, guys? Not supposed to be on here? Is that because I've got a dual landing on and it's going to auto land? It is going to auto land if I don't do anything. Landing inhibit. Yeah, it says land, look.
100 above. Minimum.
I hate that. As soon as I take over to land, I get lights flashing and it distracts me.
50.
Perfect.
40, 30, 20. Retard.
Oh! Did we go up again? I think we did. That was I'm not sure. That was a perfect landing otherwise. No, I think the wheels bounced back up again. We got 50 feet over the threshold, which was absolutely perfect. I don't know what happened there. I think I may have just floated the plane a little bit too much. That made it bounce back up again. Now, it's up to Beyond ATC now. Are you going to direct me off the gates? Here we go.
Airbus 2627, exit right at Foxtrot Romeo.
I don't know where Foxtrot Romeo is. Airbus 2627, exit right at Foxtrot Romeo. I'm going to guess it's this. But I'm just going to do something I shouldn't do, which is hold on the runway here. Because I just want to know if I'm getting the right one. Okay, so we're here. That's Fox. Oh no, this is Echo Romeo Fox. Yep, Foxtrot Romeo. See? It is this one. Awesome. Absolutely perfect. All right, let's get the flaps up and get things rolling here. Yeah, on this flight anyway, Lenny. At least on this flight. Yeah, that was pretty good. We got all the landing stuff sorted. You want to be having it announced 50 feet over the when you're over the threshold, of course.
Airbus 2627, contact ground 121.805, bye-bye.
Airbus 2627 contacting ground on 121.805. Get the nose light back on, because when I turn my landing lights off on the joystick, it does turn the other thing. Gatwick ground requesting taxi to the gate. Airbus 2627.
Airbus 2627, welcome to Gatwick Airport. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Gatwick ground, any gate, Airbus 2627.
Airbus 2627, gate 27 taxi via Foxtrot Romeo, Juliet.
Roger, taxi to gate 27 via Foxtrot Romeo, Juliet, Airbus 2627. Have I improved as well, along with the package, Lenny? So we're going via Foxtrot Romeo, which is what we're on now, and to Juliet, which is here. But where the flipping freaky boys is 2627. There's Juliet. When we get the follow me, can we tell it gate 27? So we got gate 27 available soon. Okay,
The
well, take
requested
me there.
position is already assigned to another aircraft.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Anybody. Yeah, APU. I know. Sometimes I forget. I don't really use it. Once I get to the gates, I get straight onto ground power. But yeah, we can. So let's just wait. We'll get escorted to 27. It reckons there's a plane there already. The problem is that I should have done it other way around. I should have asked this to guide me to a gate that has a thing, and then an empty gate, and then it asks, and then get beyond ATC, because beyond ATC lists me the gates. It asks me which gate do I want, and then I can select. Where I've done it the other way around, and I've actually selected a gate that already has a plane there. But at the moment, beyond ATC doesn't know that, because it doesn't know about traffic yet. That's coming in a future release. But yeah, I should have done it the other way around, because beyond ATC, when it says which gate and I said any gate, it does give me a selection of all the gate numbers. So I could have gone to GSX, found a gate that's available, and then gone to beyond ATC and said, give me gate 26, or give me whatever, whichever one was available, and then we would have been okay. But it doesn't matter. If there's a plane there, whatever. We just do it that way. It's fine. Yeah, beyond ATC was cool here. Very cool. So I don't mind if there's any little things on the flight that didn't go exactly perfectly. I'm not really bothered with that too much. It's just nice to know, that beyond ATC is working. And once I get more acquainted with that and how the flows go, with you responding and things, once I'm more good with that, then I can focus more on the plane and the landing and stuff. What's going on out here? Where's the car gone now? Oh, what the hell was it doing reversing anyway? Hopefully it'll find us again. See, the brakes are hot now. We have to put the fans on. What I love about this plane is that the fans actually do spin round on the wheels. There we go, it's cooled it already. What's happening with this car, man? Normally we're on a runway here. Normally when it messes up, it'll correct itself. But it doesn't want to do that this time. It's just wonderful. Another reason to stay on the runway. Oh, the other way, the other way, the other way. Well, gate 27 should be open and highlighted anyway. Should have the big blue box next to it, which if I wonder if beyond ATC I'll ever get that thing where it can guide you. I don't think so. I think it just tells you, you know, it just tells you the brakes get hot very quickly in this. I should slow down. I don't need to use them so much. Yeah, it just tells you the way to go, and you have to use the Navigraph charts for that, which is, I guess, how it's normally done. I have no idea what happened to the car. Free this parking from AI. There we go. Now it's free. How cool. I didn't know you could do that. There we go. That's where it is. Show me this spot. The spot is... Okay. Does that keep updating? That should have stayed on screen. It kept updating me. Oh! I thought it was going to stay there. I can sense... I know this is a busy airport. I know it's Gatwick and everything, but... I can somehow, sometimes just sense the frame rate's a little jerky, but tends to smooth out again, which is fine. As long as it stays around 30, I'm cool with it. Can you show me it again, just so that I'm sure? Oh, righty. Taxi via Juliet. That's all it said, and then... Okay. I have to figure out how to get over there. On plane. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the Navigraph at the same time, and I'm struggling to keep the thing steered. Oh, come on, GSX, Jesus Christ, man. Nope. Okay, then we're going to stop the plane, because you just cannot bring yourself. Look, nothing. I thought you were supposed to clear AI off that. I think if you collide with an AI plane and you stay collided with it, doesn't it automatically remove it? The thing is, I think the reason it hasn't done it is because the AI plane is not, or has it done it? I can't tell. But it's the traffic's injected by a FSLTL, and I don't know if it's capable of actually doing that. So this is gate 27. So we're just gonna collide and see if it disappears. Unless it's just an actual static aircraft. Am I going up or down? Okay, too close. Pity I can't go in reverse, eh? Yeah. I was looking at this number, hoping it would go 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, and then boom, you're there. But it's not, is it? I think this is how much out I am laterally. Probably. Yeah. I should have been watching this number. Doesn't matter. Yeah, too far. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's absolutely fine.
Boarding requested.
What do you think, Alex? How do you think the flight was? I like it.
All aircraft be advised information puffer now current, QNH1009er.
So we're good now, aren't we? So with beyond ATC, we're good. That's it. We don't need it anymore. Everything that we've got to do with it, we're done with it.
Passengers deboarding starting.
So yeah, it's beyond ATC. What's the supporters pack then? And yeah, look how I've made it twist. Oh, I can move the plane backwards. I forgot about that. I have a little program that can do it, but it's going to really mess up the jetway. But yeah, I've got a program. I can move it back. I'm not bothered about the jetway. Let's see if it changes that number in real time. That's 6.9. If I adjust the aircraft. Oh, it wants me to do the doors. Oh, Jesus crumbs. Well, you'll have to wait. I'm busy. So keep beeping. Okay, so if we go backwards just a tad. Is that good enough? There. No, that's disappeared now. Is it going to reconnect? No. So passengers are going to be just floating outside the plane now. Okay, let's get the doors open so this thing shuts up. I'm doing it. Actually, we can do it from the tablet as well, right? Oh, I should have done it with... I should have done the deboarding on the tablet. Doesn't matter. Still doesn't matter. None of it matters. Peripheral. It's just peripheral crap. Also, what we can do, perhaps, is put the jetway back on. See, people are just probably going to float off the plane otherwise. And even the baggage thing, I was going to not open the gate until the baggage thing was done because I thought they might reposition. I don't know what's going on here. We've got to, oh, because there's a British Airways plane. Well, I can get rid of that. Plus, I can get rid of all the other traffic as well. So every plane you can see on this screen,
Do you want to deboard crew?
it's going to disappear. There we go. Now it's just us. But they're out of line because I obviously moved the plane back manually. Well, there we go. Oh, you get another... Oh, right. How much is it? Much extra though, the supporters? And like if you already have the normal package, you can upgrade. They upgrade to it. Okay. How much is the upgrade then? Yes, definitely pasties all round now. Oh my God, yes. Yes, got to fill up that that tummy, the pilot's tummies, and co-pilot of course as well. Can't have him going without. Not bad. Germany to England. And this is the satisfying thing, isn't it? It's the fact that I've flown across a couple of countries. We were in 1.5 hours ago. We were in Munich, and this plane has to go back because it's a Lufthansa airline. So at some point it's going to have to go back. And do we have the folks, the peoples, getting off this plane? I'm even facing the wrong way. What a strange camera that is. I don't even know. I don't think. No, it's not even doing it. I don't know where the people are on this one, but nobody's even getting off. Oh well. The shutdown. Okay, I don't normally do it, but yeah, I just switch everything off here. I mean, there's still people getting off. We did disarm that, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Take the brake fan off now. Don't need that. Company message. Am I really going to need to read that? Probably. Hello, welcome. Lufthansa, you completely messed up your stopping at the gate. Please improve for next time, or we'll take your license away from you. That was just our arrival time. Flight plan is no longer, of course. Why would it be? Parking brake is on, seat belts. Yeah, that's why no one's getting off the plane. They've got the belts on. No one's allowed to get off.
Ladies and gentlemen, when disembarking, please take care and
Yeah, see, so you can barely hear her, man.
please ensure that you supervise your children, and for your own safety,
But
do not walk underneath the wing.
I think her voice was simply triggered by the seatbelt thing. Do these jump seats work? I've never tried them. No, they're just there for decorazione. Okay, let's clear the errors off the screen here. Don't need those anymore. Right. Navigation off, fuel pumps are off. We'll just do a full cold and dark. How many people still on? It said 67% or something last time I saw. If it's not moving from 67, I'll just shut the whole thing off. Let's see if we can. Doesn't look like it. Just do a restart on it. Okay, that's it. We can do the peripheral things here, like turning off the TCAS and stuff like that, but there's no point. I don't tend to reset everything back. You know, the other thing you would do is turn all the lights off here. Not the brightness is rusty, but all the lighting, the integrated lighting, you turn all that off. Now, once you've done that, put my torch on. We are cold and dark. Oh, and to get rid of the pad as well, yeah? Guys, there you go. Yeah, not too bad. As you say, Lenny, very impressive with Beyond ATC. It did very smoothly get me from gate to gate. It monitored the descent, 14,000 down to, was it 7 or something, and then down to 4,000 and then down to 2. Absolutely spot on, perfect. We didn't lose the flight profile on the descent at all. Nailed it. The only thing I did was I descended, I think about 5 miles earlier. Called it, and then it just did everything. Thank you, Andy. Take care, matey. Appreciate it. But yeah, it just did everything absolutely spot on. So yeah, if you're using Simbrief, you do have those new tools now in the left-hand column, performance tools, where you have the takeoff and landing calculations. Really handy to have that in there now for planes that don't have it, but this does have it, so it's probably a bad example to use the Fenix Airbus with that, because if we do it with PMDG's 737s, it's probably a better thing to do. Bye, Alex. Take care, man. All right, I am out of here. I am going to get something to eat now. But whatever I have, I'm sure it'll taste like a pasty. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the flight, and I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, bye-bye.